What is up, everyone? This is your main side chick, Mikey Mike on the block. Welcome to another WoW gold making video in TBC anniversary servers. This one is probably my personal favorite gold farm to do. It's nice, easy, quick. Very much a gamble if you make a lot of money or not, with all the rare drops that it can potentially drop. And that is SFK, right? So now let's ask the question. Is SFK worth your time? I'm gonna do a quick run through of SFK. It's really quick. It's about 8 minutes or so, 9 minutes if you do a skip. So I'm just gonna quickly run through it. Right, we're gonna put all our buffs on and we're gonna see the results. There's storm chops going. Got our timer up. Gold is at 0, so you guys can see how much we get. A very quick run, right? I'm not going to do the full thing. There's not really a reason to, unless you are locked out, which it does happen quite often here, right? A full run takes about 10 minutes from start to finish. Very, very fast, right? Kill the boss, you open the gate. I think DBM automatically does it. You talk to him. Like what I always say during my videos, highly recommend having 55 or 60 open slots in your inventory. Makes it so you don't have to start deleting stuff midway through the run. Very nice. If you guys don't know what that lightning is, that is the storm chops. Show you guys right here. Pretty cheap, very handy when trying to aggro everything. All right, make sure you drink. You can do this as pretty much any class. 60 plus is fine. Obviously mage and pally are probably the easiest, as they are for most dungeons. You do have to pay attention to chest locations. Right, there's one in this corner over here. There's one where I'm standing right now. Right, just keep aggroing until you find the chest. It's pretty much the name of the game. Hold until you see a chest. Here's one right here. Actually spawned for me. Right, so I'm just gonna start AoEing everything down right here. It is annoying because these do have an AMS, anti-magic shield, so I really can't do anything. So I just AFK for, a few seconds. Start blasting again, open it. Change to the loot tab. Get some greens, some random mats. I got a Mossa Gate, which is huge. An extra gold for the run. Slew everything. We're mainly looking for greens and wool cloth. That's kind of our two big money makers. I don't have skinny, but skinning might also be profitable here since they're a little bit higher level. If they drop a lot of medium leather, can be quite profitable. There's another chest back here behind the pillar. So we got two chests pretty much back to back. Little inefficient because of how close they were together, but that's fine. Right. Keep looting. I'm going to evocate here. Keep it moving. Now on a mage, you can pretty much do this any spec. You don't have to be frost. It's just nice not having to worry about your health ever for these lower level dungeons. Right, pull everything back to this boss. There's two bosses down. Boom. If those two mobs were closer, I would pull them, but since they're so far back, it's not really worth my time. I'm personally a fan of organizing my inventory while I run, so it's quicker and easier for me when I get to the city, the town where you sell at. Silenced. That is the issue with this part of the dungeon, is they do silence. And I still love that Blink can't go through stuff 20 years later. I just keep on aggroing. Another chest spawn once in a while right here in this corner. And spawn for me. Keep on moving. Normally get about 3 chests to run. You don't have to kill this boss. I just do. I like to like loot everything in this area, so I'm not pulling too much. Right. Got the silence. I could ice block it off, but there's no point. I'm not gonna die. I don't have a trillion ads on me. 2 bosses down right there. Greens and wool cloth. That's what we're looking for. Or if you get a lucky blue. And there's a lot of stuff to skin here, so maybe skinning is pretty profitable. I don't have it, so I can't tell you if it is or is not. If someone does have skinning and want to test it for me, be much appreciated, because maybe getting a another mage ult up with skinning and something else might be worth your time. I'm going. Those fucking lightning procs. Let's go. Make my life easier for aggro and everything. Alright. Coming up on another chest right here. Another location for the chest. That was a double green. That's spicy. All right, I have a spreadsheet. Once we are done it, I will show you the prices of everything. There is another chance of a spawn for a chest right here underneath the stairs, so look out for that. I'm just going to kill these right here because why does it take so while for them to get there? Don't have to worry about it. All right, once you get to this boss, you have a decision you can make, right? Honestly, you don't even have to get to this boss. The moment you clear those ads that I killed back there down the stairs, you could leave right there. It would have been like a 6-minute run, 6.5-minute run, right? Right now, if I was not level 70, like if I was level 60 doing this on an ult, I might leave right here, right? Because you're not going to have that this quick of a run, right? If you're at 10 minutes, there's no point of doing the last little part, right? Not a point at all. There's not enough mobs at the end. That inventory's already full. It's crazy. Sometimes it fills up instantly, sometimes it doesn't. Let's get rid of all like the pots and drinks and food. We are going to do the full run, just so you guys know what it looks like if you are level 70 and somewhat geared. Honestly, PvP gear is more than enough for anything. Definitely for SM. Once you start getting into Ultimate and stuff, you might want to be a little bit more geared, just to make it a little bit easier, but up until SM, you can definitely just stick with PvP gear. It is more than fine. That. Alright. And last boss. A couple more mobs. I'm going to take a little drink here, get like one more tick. Boom. Don't have to wait for a resist or two from the boss. You can just blast. Let's get up here. get rid of the mana pot. Boom. All right. Most of you guys would probably run out. I'll show you guys will run out, right? Here's SFK right here in my cursor. You guys would run across the mountains to the path, right? Little curve to the path, run up to Sepulcher, and you'd vendor there. There's a mailbox there, so you have everything you need right there. However, as a mage, you can teleport back. I don't want to go to Ogmar, we want to go to Undercity, right? It's about the same time for mages to teleport or to run back. So I just recommend running back, save yourself 10 silver. It might not seem like a lot, but if you do 20 runs, right, it's a few gold, right? So running to the boss, killing the boss, and running out of the instance takes about 10 minutes. Running to Sepulcher takes about 2 minutes. Vendoring and mailing everything should take about a minute or two. Running back takes 2 minutes SFK. So a full run is about 15-16 minutes. So it's quite short of a run. This is what my inventory looks like, right? Pretty good on the wool cloth. We made a gold 42 raw without selling everything. We'll have our add-on sell everything. We'll sell all our blues so you can see the price of that. We got really cucked on the green drops this time. Disenchantables. Normally we get a lot more. You can sell keep these scrolls of agilities. I don't know if they really sell for 71 silver, but that's a pretty good price. Right, moss and gates, few gold. You get some shadow gems. Normally you get a few more shadow gems. You get a decent amount of silk. Rid of that bad. Rid of all the blues. I'm just gonna get rid of that bowl of linen. But yeah, this is what your inventory looks like, about what you would probably have to keep and get rid of. I normally get a lot more green, so let's go over to the spreadsheet to show you guys what I normally get. Me swap scenes so you guys can see it. Boom. Right. This is 5 runs that I did tonight. On average, raw gold's about a gold 40, 1.4 gold. It's about the average, right? It's total average of all the runs. Vendor items with blues and just random crap I don't feel like selling on the auction house, about 2.5. So you're looking about 4 gold just raw, right? Just stuff that you vendor and obtain from the mobs killing them. Greens, I was getting 13, 14, 15. I got up to 18 one run. This past run, you look at this, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I got a real low amount. So yeah, that would put our gold value about 6 gold less than what I normally get. This was probably a 20 gold run. I value them at about 1 gold. Each green is about 1 gold. Out of all this, I had 75 disenchantables. I got about 80 gold, right? Minus auction house fees. So you're probably getting 70-ish gold for 75 minutes of work, right? Linen cloth, you don't get that much. You don't really notice. Same with silk. You don't really get that many linen or silk. It's the wool that you want to see, right? We got a couple 40 bangers, right? 46, 46. On average, you get about 30. Like this run, I got 48. Actually a good amount. So that's going to keep our gold per hour pretty high. Like I said, I'd probably get somewhere around, probably honestly around this 21 gold mark, right? What my inventory is worth. In the chest, there is a chance to get silver ore, which are 3 gold each right now, give or take 2.5 to 3.5 gold each. So it's pretty good. So is it worth it? Yes. Why? You can do about 4 runs an hour. 4 runs an hour is about 100 gold per hour. I will say you can't just run this over and over and over for 12 hours a day, 10 days straight, because it matters how much of the disenchanting mats actually sell, right? If you're just farming thousands of lower level enchanting mats, it's going to bring the auction house prices down because the supply is a lot higher than the demand. So yes, it is worth it, but maybe this is something where You do it for 4 hours or something like that a week. You stock up on the disenchanting mats, right? And you sell them slowly throughout the week, and you go back to it a week or two later. That's how I would approach this. This is not a 12-hour a day farm, right? Like Skolo or Strat is. Again, you're mainly doing this for the high ticket items, the necrology robes, the Shadowfang, and the Gloom Shard. I didn't even see a Gloom Shard on the market when I looked for one, so I don't even know what the price of that is. But each of these two blues are 200 gold each, so it's a good little payday if you get one. That's why it's a gamble. You are gambling. Right. So that answers the question. Yes, it is worth it. Now, what do I recommend? Enchanting, so you can maybe just delete all the whites and just do 2 runs before you go back. That will save you about 5. Honestly, you might be able to get all 5 runs done in an hour if you do that, right? Do 2 runs, go back, 2 runs, go back. I'll save you that 10 minutes. So that will be about an hour for 5 runs instead of 75 minutes that it took me. Recommended class. I guess recommended professions. Also, engineering is really good, so you can open the lock boxes. And to do that, they're pretty cheap. The small C4 charge, they're about 10 silver each on the auction house. Highly recommend it. You typically get a green, sometimes 2 per chest. Highly recommend it if you are an engineer, just to buy it. So rogues, mage, pallies, very good for this. Recommend a level anything 60 plus. You might be able to get away with 50 plus as a prop pally or something. Gear doesn't matter. PvP gear is more than fine. Level 60 gear that you get from questing, maybe get some Outlands gear. Just questing, like you're 62, you're trying to get your mount. Your epic riding mount, right? 62 with Outland gear is more than fine. Recommended items or enchants. The Storm Chop, which is the food that shoots the lightning bolt. Very good for any low tier content that you're just trying to get some aggro on some mobs. Speed the boots. Why? Because you save a minute or 2 per run, right? It just saves you time. You're spending money to save yourself time for the future. I would just get a speed to boots. Minor speed to boots is fine. It's about 5 gold. Just get it. And then 55 to 60 inventory spots is always recommended for every farm. And that just about does it, right? Went through it. In my opinion, yes, it is worth doing. However, don't do it all the time. Do it a few hours a week, right? Appreciate it. If you guys like the video, if you find it helpful, you can like it, you can subscribe if you feel like it. Don't feel pressured to. Otherwise, yeah, catch you on the next one. It will be BFD. Next video will be BFD. Haven't done this one in a hot minute, so we'll have to see how that goes. Peace.